years. So cut the shit with me.
You haven't heard any video like that on YouTube. Okay. Okay, hold on. Let's do this. Let's go to my videos. Let me see. Here's a black man that I addressed right there. Black men need to care more. That's unacceptable. So that's why I said what I said about this black man. He might not be happy about it. He's not coming after me with a response video. Nevertheless, like I said, we can go and talk about. Here's another black man. Come back to reality. I'm checking that black man on his nonsense. Come back to reality. This is recent videos. Recent videos. Matter of fact, let's go to some old videos. Let's go to some old videos, real old videos. Let's scroll, because it's not just recently that I've done this. Like I said, you haven't done your homework. You haven't done your research. Bear with me, folks. Bear with me real quick. Bear with me, please. Oh, this is a good one. This is a really, really good one for you. Facebook Live serial killer, as you can see. That was 7 years ago. 7 years ago. Just going back, just so you know, you see a bunch of stuff recently, and I'm going way back years ago. You can go even further than that if you want. Go back even further than that if you want to. Okay? Go back 10 years, 12 years, and somewhere around that time, before or after, I did another video. The guy that was held up in the hotel or whatever. I spoke about how he needed to seek professional help for his issues, because he had actually did all this craziness, unaliving people for no reason, because his girlfriend broke up with him. That was literally the only reason. And I spoke about how his parents apparently have failed him. Something I've said in many, many videos of mine over the years. His parents have failed him. They never taught him how to properly respond to certain emotions that he's going through, certain feelings, and how to properly deal with certain feelings and emotions. That's the responsibility of our parents. To maybe he wasn't loved the right way. Maybe he wasn't given good examples of how of love and how to respond to breakups and different things like that. We as parents have to be there for our children when they're going through these difficult times in their life. Be there to explain to them, help them deal with these things accordingly, correctly. Go and check my videos. Look at these videos. I'm showing you proof right now that I personally have talked about this countless times before, and I know plenty of other people who have. I have no reason to lie about this shit. Y'all, I'm sure y'all remember the Facebook Live, the guy that unalived the old guy on Facebook Live for no reason, and then he claimed that his girlfriend broke up with him. He's going through some craziness, whatever like that, as the excuse or whatever. I spoke to that. I spoke to another situation where something similar to that happened. Facts. I've done this. So you're embarrassing yourself, miss, because you don't want to do your research. He has experienced a lack of love, a lack of parenting in many ways when he was growing up, when he was being raised. For this grown ass fucking man to just fall apart over a breakup, this grown ass man, and he's not able to control his emotion. Your children are lacking some type of attention or some type of parenting, and this is what happens. I know a lot of people are going to disagree with this. I know a lot of people may very well say, well, your child may experience may experience some type of bullying, or they may experience something outside of the home that will cause them to be scarred or somehow affected and not be able to handle certain situations, handle their emotions or handle certain situations because of something that happened to them outside of the home. True, certainly. Things like that happen outside of the home. There's bullying in school. There's different situations when they're growing up, girlfriend, boyfriend. There's all kinds. Yeah, certainly. I can agree with that. But still, it is the parent's responsibility to make sure that you teach your children well. You are there as the parent to help your child through these situations. Help them understand how to deal with things emotionally and otherwise. This is your responsibility as a parent. We need to find a way to reverse this. And I've already given my solution. I'd like to have you guys put in the comment section if you agree or not. Just leave a comment. Tell me how you feel. If you think there's a better solution, a way to fix. That's the only thing I can think is that you're speaking from your emotions, your feelings. You're not speaking from facts. There's no way possible you're speaking from facts, because what you're stating is not true at all. It's so far from the truth. If you would have done your research, you would see that there's a lot of black men out here speaking about the issues of black men, speaking about black men, addressing their mental, all kinds of different stuff. The same way that you didn't do your research about me, you would have known more about me and would have been able to respond differently or better if you would have did your research on me. You don't do research. So you're just going off your own opinion, your own feelings. I just proved to you that what you said was not true, that it does exist. That for many, many years now, that there have been plenty of men, myself included, and I can tell, if we would have had the discussion, I could have shown you plenty of other men who do the same type of things, speak directly about men and their issues, okay? Addressing these things. We didn't have a discussion though. I'd have been more than glad to show you, to explain to you, to even invite you to do certain things that will be helpful for your own personal research instead of relying on Google or somebody else. But we never had that discussion. What do you want me to think? That you're not in your feelings, you're not in your emotions, you're just pulling it out of your ass just randomly? Because then I'll be calling you stupid. Either way, I don't think you would like it. It's rather stupid to just pull shit out of your ass. I thought it was not as bad to suggest that you're just being, being triggered by this, going off your emotions. I didn't think that was that bad. There's worse things that it could be, because if it's not that, if it's not you going off your emotions, and we know for a fact, I just proved it, we know for a fact that you haven't done your research on me or other people. So it's not based on research, not based on your emotions, because you're mad that I said that you were in your feelings. You said what you said based on emotions. It's not neither one of those. I've disproved that. So what else is it? What else is it? You just randomly pulling shit out of your ass? That makes you look stupid. I would rather not call you stupid, because I think you'd probably be even more mad about that. Come on now.
Cut the shit with me. Do not tell me, oh, there's plenty of black men talking about this stuff. There's plenty of black, when I scroll up every day on that TikTok and that a goddamn videos about a black man by a black man. And when black men do.
But you're just talking about, you're scrolling up on that app every day. You jump on TikTok and you're scrolling. You're not searching. You're just going at random. You're not doing your research. Again, you're just going off of how you feel, or you're pulling it out of your ass. So which is it? You're emotional and you're allowing, and look, we know women are emotional, far more emotional than men are. We get that. Okay? It's not like I'm saying it to be a bad thing. I'm just expecting you to take accountability for what you did. Either you're being emotional and you're allowing that to drive that incorrect opinion of yours, or you're just randomly pulling it out of your ass. So which is it? Emotional or you're stupid? You tell me, which one is it?
Them older black men, and they try to tell y'all like that ain't the way y'all cut them off.
That doesn't apply for all black men either. Me personally, I can speak to the fact that even though my father wasn't directly involved in my life, I can speak personally to a uncle of mine who was a father figure for me. I have more than 30 years of home improvement experience. I've learned so much shit from my uncle. I've taken to all of that he's taught me. Women cannot stand for men to generalize or say shit that is, even if our generalizations are true. They can't stand that shit, even if it's true. Now you're sitting here and you're generalizing, you're stating things that are not true. You're not creating a good look for black women right now. You're really not.
You didn't address the man killing his ex and her new husband, and why they were, you didn't address.
Let me be clear to you and everybody else watching this video. You're suggesting that I did not respond. I didn't say anything about that man unaliving his ex and her new husband. You ain't say nothing about that. You ain't say anything about. That's not what the video was about, though. Are you not understanding what your own video was about? But you are asking why I didn't speak about that situation specifically, when that's not what your video was not about that situation specifically. Your video was not about that situation specifically and only. Wasn't about only that situation, about those two situations, you pinning them up against each other. Men talk about this all the time. They don't talk enough about this. That's what your video was about. That's why I didn't speak specifically about that situation of that man unaliving her. That's why I didn't. So you're coming off in this response video as if you don't even understand your own video. Let's move on, man. God.
What I heard was, oh, there's 400-pound women who want this. Hey, yo, those are the same Kevin Samuels talking points. They not getting you nowhere. You're not going to SBE no woman. Why are you?
It's not the same Kevin Samuels talking points. It's not. It's honestly not. You don't hear me saying the same stuff that Kevin Samuels said. If he does say that stuff, I'm not saying it because he said it. Kevin Samuels is, if you really knew me, if you did your research, I don't feel the same as he does about women and their weight. Okay? Naturally, I've spoke about this live on Facebook. I've done videos about it and everything. Naturally, women are born with more body fat. And it's actually in specific areas, typically more in some areas than others, in their thighs and their ass and stuff like that. Women are naturally born with more body fat. And I've explained in a live recently why it makes sense for women to be born, all the benefits from that, all of the fact that they are responsible for childbirth and I'm not gonna get into all that right now, but I did a whole video speaking about why I am not so hard on women. I'm not as hard on women about their weight as other men are. So no, Kevin Samuels and I do not have the same opinion on a lot of things. To think that every woman on a globe should be model type, all skinny, or you're not attractive, or you're not considered a model type, or you're not healthy, when that's not true at all. And I can prove that it's not true. But also, you should not be no 405. You cannot be no really, really big ass woman and think that you're healthy, or think that it's okay to be that weight. So I speak about that too.
But are y'all teaching men? You telling me that you speak on black topics? Are you teaching men when somebody breaks up with you, bruh?
I speak about things that I think is important, that I think is relative, that are significant things that we need to address, things that are relative to significant positive change for our people, for black people. That's what I speak about. I am not like the vast majority of them out here. I'm not like the PMP, Poor Man Podcast, mediocre tutorials and reviews. I'm not out here like the Passport Bros and Fresh and Fit, and I can name a whole bunch of them. Cooley and all these guys. They got a bunch of strippers and adult movie stars. They got OnlyFans models, all those things. Most of these guys, I can name a dozen more of them. The vast majority of them, they are out here speaking specifically about things that are trending, what everybody else is talking about. I'm not here to talk about what's trending. I don't give a fuck to talk about what's trending. I'm talking about what's important to encourage. What is important for the sake of influencing and encouraging significant positive change for my people. That's what I talk about. Now, I may end up talking about some of them things that they talk about. Yes. If I feel that it's necessary, that I feel it's relevant, it's important to state something as it relates to that could benefit my people. I will talk about some of the things sometimes, but I'm not going with what's trending.
You need to go seek therapy because she broke up with you, so you don't have all this anger in you. Go seek therapy. I ain't came across the video yet to taught men not to be jealous of or a breakup. Yet you're in your videos telling black women she don't love herself. You know what? When black people make it, they move out the hood, right? I ain't ever
telling her that she don't love herself. You didn't answer the question. I've answered a lot of your questions. I did this video to answer more questions because you said I didn't answer a lot of the questions, even though I actually did answer a lot of the questions in my video. Apparently you weren't paying attention. But you didn't answer the question. I did a video where I'm literally, I'll pull that, matter of fact, I'll pull that video up right now. That video right there, no love for yourself, looks like this. No love for yourself looks like this. I asked a clear question at the beginning of that video. If you loved yourself, then why are you trying to look like someone else? Please explain that to me. If you loved yourself, then why are you trying to look like someone else? Simple questions. Real and rare is valuable. You can literally watch my whole entire video, and not take anything positive from it. Even though I said a ton of things that are insanely positive about our black women. You're only taking a negative from it. You're not creating a good look for yourself. Femi from the chat. You're not making a good look for yourself. You stick to this one little thing that triggered you, that you didn't like. And even though there's dozens of other things that I said positive about our black women, speaking about our black women taking their throne, creating a better image for themselves, doing what's necessary to be valued to the degree that they deserve to be valued. Considering the fact that our black women are the origin of the entire human race. They should be the most important and most valuable. The reason why they're not treated that way is because they don't treat themselves that way. You didn't take nothing else from that video. You stuck to whatever triggered you, whatever bothered you, and you ran with that. Even though I said a ton of other stuff, in my video that was positive, promoting positivity for our black women. You're not making a good look for yourself right now.